Talking all things retail, of course, and our Rockin' Retail special, Oculus, New York City. Not really seeing a lot of shoppers per se, but a lot of tourists out here at this location. Very much looking forward to talking to our next guest. That is retail analyst Hitha Herzog. Talk a little bit about luxury shopping, you name it, etc. We'll be right back.
The price of things have gone up. My salary hasn't gone up. It's still the same, so it has really affected a lot of my decision making.
It's a little bit difficult, but if you save, you can make it work. Inflation is affecting everybody.
I will be spending more time shopping online. Absolutely. I'm trying to spend less.
I plan on spending smarter, so hopefully that's less.
All right, a little short break here. Yahoo Finance's Rockin' Retail special. Still Oculus in New York City, still planted in the seat, still watching shoppers maybe buy some high-end luxury goods. And speaking of luxury, we have our friend of the show, retail analyst Hitha Herzog. Hitha, it's been forever. Good to see you.
It really has been forever.
So,
but we have a long history.
Yes, we do. Yes. Talking retail. I know luxury. You love talking about luxury shopping. How do you think that luxury shopper will come out this holiday season?
It's interesting, Brian. We really saw a V-shaped recovery with the luxury sector post-pandemic, I should say. But now I think what's happening just in terms of, the high-end shopper is definitely going to buy luxury, but when you come to that middle-range shopper, that aspirational shopper, they're the ones that are going to feel the crunch because of all of these headwinds we are seeing, because of the inflation issues we are seeing, and also with supply chain.
What are they buying? What is a high-end shopper shopping for?
Oh, Hermes handbags, for sure. If you some of the statistics that were coming out of Hermes, I think they had increased prices by almost 4 to 5%, and revenues had increased 20 to 30%. And they plan on increasing the prices of the bags. So right now you have these bags going for, at the minimum, $10,000. So those high-end shoppers are going to be buying those handbags.
You know what is? It's interesting. We were just talking to Michelle Meyer, MasterCard's U.S. chief economist. That pullback in high-end consumers, I have not heard that since probably the Great Recession.
Right. I think it was right around the time when we knew each other, met each other.
We still know each other.
Well, we know each other, of course. But
right.
when we started doing this together, started out in our respective careers, the Great Recession happened, and we saw that pullback from the high-end shopper. And I remember people were even hiding their bags of where they were shopping. I don't think we're going to see that.
You took my next question. That's exactly what I was going. Luxury got shunned. I mean, if the economy is slowing down again, do you think we're going back there where we're no longer buying Coach sea bags anymore?
Well, this is what's going on. A study by Oracle said that 88% of people just want new experiences. 45% of those people haven't really felt happiness in 2 years. So what you're going to see those 45% of people doing is going into stores to try to get that happiness back, regain that happiness.
Happiness? It's terrible.
For 2 years, they have not felt happiness. So they're going to go into stores. They're going to want to go into the Kiehl store and get their skin checked. They're going to want to go into all these other stores and just experience life. If you think about it, the American consumer, this is a great professional pastime. People like to go shopping. So it's all about those retailers bringing in the experience so that people can experience that.
Well, I'll speak for you for a second. I imagine you've been happy over the past 2 years. I know I definitely have been happy, but let's go from luxury to specialty apparel. We just had former Gap CEO Mickey Drexler. Wow, what an icon of retail, talking about Gap a little bit. But what's the future for a company like that? Heath, I just don't see it. I don't see it.
I think what's going on with these companies, especially those middle-range companies, they need to understand that it's all about inventory control and making sure that they have a good pacing of what's coming out in the store. So have a real understanding of what's going on with their consumer base and understand how that consumer is shopping. Are they coming into stores? Do they really want to see Kanye West collection in massive bags on the floor? I don't think so. But that just goes to show you that they don't know what the consumer base is yet. Will they get back to it? I'm sure. But, it's all about returning to who their shopper is and how they shop.
You've been covering retail for a while. Is it surprising that Gap couldn't figure out a way to make money off of Kanye West?
It is a little surprising, but from what I understand, there were a lot of cooks in the kitchen and a lot of people weighing in on what was going on with that collaboration. As we saw Mr. Ye, I don't know what he goes by now, but Ye, he was saying that to my point, there were a lot of cooks in the kitchen and no one really could make a decision. So, when you have that situation, I can only imagine how difficult that must be.
A little bit more of a positive story, and one that has surprised me, is Macy's. I was on that Macy's earnings call last week. Heath, I was shocked. Bloomingdale's doing pretty well. They were selling discretionary items. A completely different story than what we heard from Kohl's. Macy's has turned into like a comeback story here.
I think what ended up happening with Macy's is they finally got a clue that they needed to bring younger people to the table. And one collaboration that they are doing, which I love, is that for their VIP customers, they are incorporating cameos from the Santa to talk to the kids of the VIP customers. So these kids are going to be getting actual videos from Santa, which is absolutely genius. This is how people shop now. People want that experience. And to your point, that's what gives true happiness. And in terms of Bloomingdale's, I have a friend that's a former executive of beauty and fashion there. And the way that it is merchandising and what she's told me, it's quite astounding. I mean, the way that everything is laid out and how it just draws in that shopper. Brian, it's all about what that shopper is going to experience this holiday season. And if those retailers can really hit the nail on the head with that, well, they haven't figured it out by today. There's an issue.
I just had a moment of unhappiness because I remember thinking back, my mom would take me to Sears to go visit Santa, and now they're getting cameos.
Now they're getting, welcome to 2022, Brian.
Exactly, I know, I'm a couple years behind. Last thing before I let you go, I'm asking everybody their retail predictions for this holiday season. Hit us with one.
I think the consumer's still going to shop. I think what we're going to see is a real issue come February, March when those credit card bills start coming in. But I think, as I said, people want to feel true happiness. They're going to go out there and they're probably going to buy on a lot of debt. And then the reality is going to hit them in the face come February, March.
All right, we'll say this too. We didn't plan these colors, even though we've known each other for a long time. Hitha Herzog, retail analyst. Always good to see you. Happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
All right.